Hello peeps, this is Tango, and welcome back to Tango's World of Fix. Today I will be reading Accidentally in Love, Chapter 4, The Bridge. Summary. Kusuo waits, then he doesn't. Notes. I finished the show yesterday. This was supposed to be a comedy. Why did the ending make me cry? Warnings for Satou's parents being implied to not be great and supportive, and also minor internalized biphobia. I think I read that right. Very, very minor blink and you'll miss it stuff, though. Also a short blood mention and canon typical levels of violence. Just letting y'all know because I went a bit wild with this one. Kusuo decides to do exactly as Ayura tells him. He waits. For what? He still has to find out. The first sign he should jump ship, the right moment to make his feelings known. Both outcomes seem likely, given how much time he spends with Satou that following week. Their meetups start casually enough. They end up taking the same relative direction home. So, once the coast is clear of Kusuo's idiots, he catches Satou at the gates and they head out. The conversation shared between them follows pretty much the same beats. How was school? Did you see the trailer for the new whatever? Stuff like that. It's always pleasant, and when it comes to saying goodbye, Kusuo has to talk himself out of walking Satou all the way. Not yet, he's being patient, or something like that. Walks after school eventually become more, though. Satou texts Kusuo one night asking if he would want to come study at the Cafe Mami after school, and it suddenly spirals into a weekly thing. On Satou's days off from practice, they lay out their books atop a booth and tackle trigonometry over dessert. Kusuo could space out during their lessons however he wants, but he lets Satou pick the pace, which so happens to be just about around 2 to 3 hours, which is, of course, the average time it takes a high schooler to finish their homework. Kusuo finds it to be something he looks quite forward to, and severely disappointed if conflict of schedules arises. At first, he tells himself just to be more enjoyable and find a better alternative to what he would normally do. Either get dragged out for ramen by Nendo or hole himself up in his room to avoid his parents. By their second study session, when he makes Satou laugh over something his dad did, he wishes they could hang out longer. Satou has a very nice laugh. Kusuo has taken to wearing his ring out while he's with Satou. It can be argued that Satou's the one person he should want to know the thoughts of at all times. But heeding Ayura's remark of the stalking, he's decided Satou's privacy was worth more than Kusuo's peace of mind. Besides, he needs to practice having a normal conversation. Who better to practice with than the god of normalness? He finds out more about Satou over their study sessions. He has a dog named Aki. So generic. His favorite color is blue, a primary color, as expected, and most surprising, a piercing. Satou rubs the back of his neck. Yeah, I got dared by a friend back in middle school, but it's closed up now. Well, wait, kind of. I could get a piercing there if I tried, but it would probably hurt. Kusuo processes this information. Where is it? My right earlobe. Satou tugs on his ear as if he has to teach Kusuo anatomy. Honestly, I kind of liked it, but I had to hide it from my parents, and it was just too stressful. Another issue Kusuo will make sure to deal with later. Would you ever get it pierced again? Satou shrugs. I don't know, maybe. Kusuo doesn't need ESP to tell him that he really wants to do it. I mean, it would have to happen after I move out. Have you, ever thought of getting one? Do Kusuo's antennas count? Probably not. But even so, I've never given it much thought. I'm not against the idea. Well, that's sort of a lie. A piercing might make shape-shifting more complicated, but they're talking hypothetically right now. Satou hums thoughtfully. Well, anyway, that's just about the most interesting thing about me. What about you? Have any little secrets? Kusuo chokes on his jelly. There's a lot being thrown at him, and he's still trying to picture Satou with an earring. He has to change the topic before he goes blurting things he's not ready to spill. What do you mean? You're plenty interesting. A blush spreads across Sato's face. Oh, that's, very kind of you to say. Hey, do you know how to solve this problem? Interesting observation. To distract Sato, simply compliment him. They focus back on their homework, and not long after, they wrap everything up. The manager bids them a fond farewell as they back up and leave. No doubt they have become his favorite customers, basically making up half his revenue. The class is just making its descent as they approach the bridge. A delicate marmalade coats the sky, with a faint breeze ushering in the night. They make the small talk on the way, but there seems to be a silent agreement between them. This is a moment to be savored. And they listen to the crickets chirp near the shore and bask in each other's company. I always like meeting up with you, Sato eventually murmurs, as if he's afraid to be heard. Kusuo offers him a smile. Me too. It's nice. The stars are already out tonight, and they're dancing in Sato's eyes. He only gives Kusuo a glance of them as his gaze darts down to his shoes. The silence returns. Midway across the bridge, Sato's hand brushes up against his. Oh. Is this what Ayura meant? Is this what he's been waiting for? They've been hanging out for about a month now. That's plenty of time to decide how he feels. Plenty of time to decide whether or not to flee. He has to act. Now. Before Sato's fingers finish curling around his. Kusuo's mind goes completely blank. It's too much. Too much at stake and too much to gain. Just too much. So he stumbles, ripping his hand out of Sato's and falling into the near pedestrian. The fuck? He's thrown back, and his powers land him perfectly on his feet. The man responsible stomps immediately up to his face, and a something fortress blocking their path home. Oh, an impenetrable fortress. Wait, impregnable. What? Okay. The suit, square jaw, expensive shades, it all seems so familiar. You. Sato turns very pale. He tucks himself beside Kusuo, gripping his school bag in a vice grip. That's right, he's the guy you gave a fucking concussion to. You knocked me flat on my ass and humiliated me. Brats like you piss me the fuck off. Crap. That's not good. He's far more agitated than before, if that's even possible. There are veins popping out of his forehead, and there's a nasty point to his grit teeth. If Kusuo hadn't put his ring on, then he would have seen this guy coming and changed course. Sato flinches with every word the man spits out. Dread pools in Kusuo's stomach. This is all his fault. The man steps closer, pushing the two back towards the railing. You think you can push someone like me around? Like you're anything special? Please, let us pass, Sato squeaks. He has to de-escalate the situation without his powers this time. But what can he do? He can't just teleport Sato without outing himself, and he can't just teleport this thug without Sato seeing. He could turn the man to stone, but again, Sato. Forcing you to pay up wouldn't teach you a goddamn thing. Brats like you gotta be taught a real lesson. The man is about to do something rash, something bad. If Kusuo knew just that, then he could react appropriately. Calmly, he reaches for his ring finger, right as the man goes wide with a left hook. Kusuo is caught off guard. He reacts on instinct, grabbing Sato's arm and dragging him out of harm's way. But without his powers, he's too slow. And there's a sickening crack! And Sato stumbles backwards over the railing. Kusuo's effects on time are limited. He can go as far back as he pleases, though he's caught off from the future. What he has never attempted to do was control the flow of time. Speeding things up would sure have been convenient while in that time loop. Still, Kusuo swears that in those following moments, time slowed all the way to a halt. He throws himself over the side, hand reaching out, willing Sato's body to freeze. There's blood gushing out of his nose and his eyes are swelling shut, but he hovers over the water as if cradled by the wind, just in time. A punch lands on Kusuo's ribs, and the man hollers in pain, clutching his broken hand. Kusuo tunes him out and gently floats Satou's body over the shoreline. He lets him down on the softest patch of sand he can see from the distance. A sigh escapes him. Then, where that breath was held, a deep, seething rage replaces it. Kusuo has the man on his knees in a blink of an eye, and he drags his head back by the scruff of his neck, staring right into his bulging eyes. You do not deserve an ounce of the mercy I'm about to show you. He cracks the man's skull down on his knees, and then tosses him to the side. He's still angry, and the man ends up skidding away half across the bridge. Oops. How fortunate Kusuo is to have a loving mother. Her kindness carries Kusuo back over the mangled mess of a man, and with her grace, he resets his body back a day. And then with a swipe of his nana thing? Okay. The entire confrontation is wiped from existence. He wastes no time after teleporting over to the shore. Satou lays motionless. That punch was strong enough to knock a full-grown man unconscious. A horrible pain seizes Kusuo's chest, even if a quick tap to Satou's temples has him good as new again. It still takes Satou a second to come to, and Kusuo has to hold out his hands behind his back, about to conjure the nana thing again. But Satou winces, cracks his eyes open, and he shoots up like a missile. Saiki! The hand behind his back flies to Satou's shoulder. It's okay. I'm good. You're good. The guy's gone. Satou fights for air, still trying to come down from his high. A minute passes, and Kusuo presses his fingers to his shoulder before he finally calms down. That was... shit, I'm sorry. He could have hurt you. Don't worry. I'm just glad you're okay. Satou stares at him. He's frightened again. How did you do that? I just heard you, but your mouth... Crap. Reflex. Too late to change anything, but Kusuo retracts his hands, and he finds it shaking, just slightly. He's hesitating. There's no time to second-guess this. His actions put Satou in danger, and he revealed himself. He has to get rid of it all. Every memory Satou has of him, it has to go. It's not safe for either of them. He flexes his hand, and nothing appears. Kusuo slumps forward, head hanging over his chest. He can't do it. Why can't he do it? This is so much worse than any nightmare he's crafted in his mind. Satou would have drowned had he not stepped in. And the only reason Satou wasn't in any danger was because he pushed that bastard over the edge. He has to do it. It's not just for his own sake. Saiki, are you sure you're okay? It's time. Just end it now, before Satou wears him down. Just do it, I'm a psychic. Or do that. Satou blinks. Huh? Kusuo lifts his head up. If he's going to bear it all, he needs to at least have the courage to look Satou in the eyes. I was born with psychic superpowers. I have ESP, telepathy, X-ray vision. I can time travel, fly, brainwash, bend spoons, all of it. Almost anything you can think of, I can probably do. I caught you before you fell, and I healed your broken nose, too. Satou lifts his hand to his face, tracing the fixed broken bone. Thank you? He's freaked out, but Kusuo keeps going. All my life I've wanted to be normal. Having these powers doesn't make my life easy. It makes it 10 times harder. I can't stare at people too long without seeing through their bones, and I can hear the thoughts of 1,000 people all at once. So I hide them as best as I can. Because as soon as anyone figures out who I am, or what I am, they won't treat me like Kusuo. They'll treat me like a psychic. And that's why I never wanted to tell you. I don't want you to see me like this. Someone so far removed from a normal life that they're not even human. A silence falls over them, but it's nothing like the one blanketing them earlier. A wall has fallen on top of them, crushing and oppressive. And Kusuo can't even breathe. Satou looks over at him like he's trying to solve another trigonometry problem. He lingers over Kusuo's antennas, his green-tinted glasses, and hot pink hair. Kusuo has never looked normal, and this is the first time that Satou can truly see it. Only because Kusuo is letting him. You've been like this your whole life? This, Kusuo grimaces. Yes, since the day I was born, I've never known a normal life, not like yours. When I first saw you, I was in awe. You were just this regular guy, and I was this abomination. I wanted to be just like you. Me? Satou scoffs. Why would you ever want to be like me? How does Kusuo say this without coming off as an asshole? You're just you. I know you don't think you're anything special, but to find someone as authentic as you is rare. Not to mention you're kind and fun to talk to. You're everything I'm not. Satou bonks. What do you mean? You're incredibly fun to talk to. Now it's Kusuo's turn to blush. I don't even talk that much. Yeah, well, but I can tell that you only say something when you mean it. You're blunt and refreshing. I'm not quite sure how to say what I'm feeling, but I mean, like, how I feel. Wait! It's the nicest way to tell someone they're blunt asshole, which Kusuo is, and proud of it. But he knows that's not how Satou sees him. He sees someone maybe Kusuo doesn't know, but could get to know, if he really tried. And he wants to try. That's what he's been waiting for. To step out of his comfort zone. You're not mad? Satou composes himself. Why would I be? I lied to you. When did you lie to me? They're your powers. They're yours to share when you're ready. I'm honored you felt like you could trust me. Kusuo's heart unclenches, beating freely. Well, I sort of had to after what just happened. But you said you could brainwash people, so you could just make me forget. I guess I could. Are you going to? What had they been doing before that they got so rudely interrupted? That's right. He takes Satou's hand, squeezing it tightly. No, I want you to remember. Satou's blush spreads across his entire face. Okay, but you could still do it, right? Kusuo pauses. Yes? Okay, just checking. He leans forward and kisses him. It wasn't particularly something Kusuo was looking forward to, though he hadn't been so against the idea either. He's never felt the need to kiss anyone, but he's never felt any attraction towards anyone either. This is all new to him, and so far, he has to say that kissing is kind of nice. Satou's lips are soft, but pressed way too firmly against Kusuo's.
Oh, I'm leaving.
Oh. He pulls away not a second after instigating the kiss, but it's more than enough time for Kusuo's something to kick in. He feels Satou's terror and instant regret after not asking permission first. Damn it, what's wrong with me? But he also feels the relief after the two of them coming out of today's mayhem unscathed, and his yearning. The conflict that tore at him for years, because I've always liked girls, and how can I like boys too? And his resolve the day that he passed Kusuo walking home, accepting wholeheartedly that I can like both. I do like both, and I'm not going to be afraid anymore. He may not feel as fearless right now, but Satou Hiroshi might be one of the bravest people Kusuo has ever met. Satou pulls away swiftly, gauging Kusuo's reaction. Unfortunately for him, Kusuo is unavailable. He's living out the last of his psychometric haze. I don't know how you say that, okay? Leaving Satou to assume the worst. Sorry, I'm so sorry. He rips his hand out of Kusuo's, turning away to bury his face in his knees. Kusuo comes to, his face very warm, and he checks to make sure his pyrokinesis isn't acting up. Wait. It's okay. God, do it, please. Just erase my memory. I don't really want to. That's so mean! Satou cries, whipping back around. He finds Kusuo is laughing at his expense, and he finally catches on to what's happening, and he can't find it within himself to be mad, and he starts laughing too. It's been a whirlwind of a day, and the volcano was easier to sort out than this mess that they've landed themselves in. Kusuo finds Satou's hand again, his thumb running across his knuckles. Satou quiets down, looking at their hands. I forgot what I was going to say. Tell me when you remember. He smiles. Okay, I just did. And you're human, okay? You may have psychic powers, but you're still one of us. And I want to, well, it's really hard to talk to you sometimes. Not because you're you. Let me just start over. Oh my gosh. Kusuo shakes his head, smirking. Take your time. Satou releases his breath. I like you. I think I've made that clear. And with the kiss and whatever. But even though you might not think you're normal, I don't want you to feel like you can't ever talk to someone about your powers and stuff. I know what it's like to want to hide a part of yourself. If you're worried about how other people might see you, you know, I'm here for you. There's a lump in Kusuo's throat. It's hot and sticky, and he does not like it. But he does like the other feeling Satou's saddled with him. Endearment. He squeezes Satou's hand again. I like you too. Notes. Me venting through Satou. It's free therapy. We got a confession, but this fic ain't over yet. I got a few more ideas rattling around in my brain, and if y'all could do me a favor and bully me into working on my other ongoing fic, I'd appreciate it. Oh yay, they use y'all. I always write that and say that. I feel like it's weird, but I never really see anyone else do that. That was the end of the chapter. Thank you so much for listening. I'm going to just talk now. By the way, sorry for being so bad at reading today. I've been I kind of just hopped into reading. I was doing a lot of state testing and stuff today, and it was busy. And then my brother had a thing. Oh, that was my brother, by the way. He heard the kissing scene, and he's like, nope, and he left because he was just chilling in here listening. It's funny. That was yeah, I don't know if it's still in there or if I cut it out. But yeah. Anyways, I kept saying Kusuo and Satou's, I kept mixing their names, so I said Kusto or something a few times, and I had to re-record it, or Sako or Sutuo. That's what I said. I said Sutuo, and then I said Kutao or something. Kutuo. I said Sutuo and Kutuo or something. Something like that, but it was really funny. And then, I love this chapter. It's so sweet. I really like, how at the end, okay, wait. Let me find out. Okay, wait. Where is it? The way he's saying, oh, I forgot what it was, because I get that. I do that all the time. Oh my god. But he's comforting him, and it's just, I like this relationship. Out of all the ships in Saiki, this is my favorite, just because it works so well, and he's just, I don't know, it's just really nice, it's something that I look forward to, seeing more of, because it's just a sweet thing, and it's not something that's, always, has to be, involving something sexual, because there's a lot of ships and stuff that are like that. I feel like, Hiroshi and Saiki, I don't know what their ship name is, but I feel like that might be more implied with, more stuff, and I feel like she would want more from him, than he might want to give, because I picture him as asexual, and I don't even know if that's true, but, we're gonna just say it is, so I get his pain, but, it's just, it's more about the connection that they have as a couple, and, or, well, I don't know if they're a couple yet, they're not, but still, just, their company, and, just being together, it's not all about, what they do together, I feel like there's a bunch of them, fics, that focus on that, but there is also, the better ones, I feel the ones that have more kudos, not saying that those are just the better ones, the ones that have more kudos, though, most of those ones, well, not all of them, actually, never mind, scratch everything I just said, that was stupid, because there's ones with a lot of kudos that are, only just, sexual stuff, so, that's, yeah, no, I stay clear of those. I do not enjoy any of that. That sucks so badly. Oh my gosh. Anyways, why did I just go on a tangent? Sorry, I ramble. I do that. So, yeah, I feel like these chapters are so long, but maybe I'm just used to reading short chapters. I feel like it just feels longer to me because I'm actually reading it, out loud. Because I feel like when I'm actually, just reading it on my own time without, speaking it out. Like, I feel like I kind of skip through it. I don't read very, like, I kind of don't read it the best. Like, I mean, no, okay, I'm reading it. I just, like, might skip some stuff. But yeah, so this is great. Sorry, my brother's, like, making a lot of noise in the background. Do you want to say anything?
Yeah. Messi is amazing.
Okay. He is 10 years old, and he's quite the pain in my butt, because he's around, and it's a butt, and not anything else, because I can't say anything else, because he's 10, and he knows more swear words than me. That's not true. He knows probably most of the ones I know, which is most of them. In English? Question mark? I don't know, actually.
Every single collectible Messi shirt.
Oh, great. No, but he yeah. He's making Lego guns. Isn't that just great? He shoots me in the eye with them. I don't like that. But not like I can really do anything about it, because he is 10, and my parents, they just say, oh, no, he's a little baby, it's okay, you know. Also, he's autistic, so, yeah. They're kind of like, yeah, he's autistic, that's why. I'm like, what do you mean? I know other autistic people, but maybe it's just because it's different for him. I mean, it's different for everyone, I think. I'm still understanding it, getting to understand it. We only found out, like, a few years ago, so. Anyways, why am I just talking about my family? Sorry. Today was actually my last day of school, so I should be more free. Well, I mean, on-site school. I still have homework for another week, or 2 weeks, or something. And then, yeah, okay. I'm going to try and find some kind of schedule, if I can, for posting. If I can, I'll let you guys know what that is. But for now, it's just gonna be randomly. And so, like, also, please don't, like, be expecting, like, chapters to come out super quickly, because I am pretty busy, you know? I have a bunch of things, today, tomorrow, next day. I'm busy, because there's graduation stuff and a bunch of other things. Mainly schoolwork, but, you know, I'm just a busy person currently, because it's probably the most busy time of the year for me. But, like, don't expect me to, like, update, like, super quickly. I mean, like, every few days I'll probably post another chapter. But, like, I post them as soon as I can. So it's not like I'm just, like, keeping them from you guys and then just, like, posting them when I'm like, okay, I've held this back from them enough time and now I'm gonna share it with them finally. No, I just haven't had time to record it. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. This is Tango, signing off. Bye!